So we're just getting the polytunnel ready for planting, spring planting. This is the last week in February this week, and just March starting on Monday. It's the weekend right now, so what we're doing is we're going to open up the polytunnel here, and we're going to put in a large table and some wire rack shelving so we can put all of our starts and our nursery trays in there so they can get going in the earliest part of the Irish growing season. Not really even the start of the Irish growing season, since that's very short, since it can be quite wet and cold here even right up through springtime. So we'll be getting some of those nursery trays and starts seeded tomorrow. We'll get some footage of that to put along with this video, but just give you a look at those there. They're just pretty simple Amazon basics, wire rack shelving, and we'll have all of our starts up along on these inside the polytunnel, so that we can get the sun at those, and they'll start to sprout before it gets really warm, when we can then put them in the ground, either in the tunnel or out in some outdoor growing beds. Okay, so we're just trying to set up the polytunnel for that planting. As I mentioned earlier, we've got the wire shelves in there, and I just brought our makeshift kitchen table out and into the polytunnel, and gonna try and lift it into place now and screw it down. Let's go. Okay, so this is just a temporary setup until we have the starts nice and sprouted and they're maybe adolescents, let's say. And then we'll take all this stuff out of here and we'll start planting in the growing rows. But for now, this is propagation tunnel 101. Oh, heavy. We have two almost full sheets of 3/4 inch thick ply, hard face ply, that we are going to use as our table base. So I'm just going to line up the old screw holes because I don't want to make new ones, and then I'll screw it down and we'll have our propagating slightly slanted work surface. That's it. Okay, it's a beautifully sunny day in Ireland today. Gorgeous. Here in North Cork, where we're located. Got a few things to do today. Going to reintroduce the rooster Randy to the rest of the flock. He seems like he's getting a lot better now, a lot healthier. So we're going to see if we can put him back in. Our test results came back clean for any serious diseases or parasites, so looking good on that front. And we're also going to get set up for our spring planting seeding using the PaperPot system. I'm following maybe a little bit of a trend from another YouTuber and organic farmer using modern practices, Richard Perkins, and some other good videos from a YouTuber called Curtis Stone as well on using that PaperPot system. It's just a really useful and kind of easy system that takes a lot of the work out of planting seeds in all the individual little tray compartments and stuff like that. So I'll get onto that and show you that in a little bit, but first, why don't we go and grab Randy here. So let's see, how you doing, Randy? Hey, man. Okay, so already got some in the syringe here, and this is probably about enough. What's left in here is probably about enough for him for a single dose. So we're going to keep giving this to him over the next few days until the vet tells us we're done. But he seems a lot healthier already. I don't know if you can see him in there, but he's kind of shinier and perkier, but you might try and pet me here a little bit, but we'll do our best to get him out with the minimum amount of fuss. Come on, Randy, you should be used to me doing this by now. Okay. All right, dude. Here we go. Randy the chicken, the rooster chicken, the rooster. And used to me grabbing you like this now, buddy. You're gonna get this syringe in your beak. Let's go. I know you don't like it, man. You're gonna go way down if you don't play ball here. Okay. So that is Randy medicated. Say hello, Randy. Hey, hey. Looking a lot better. So let's get out there and put him out with his girls and see how he gets on. Okay. So we'll take a walk out there together. Beautiful day. Lovely day for doing stuff on the farm. I'll head down to the barn after this, maybe grab some of that PaperPot equipment, just get it set up in our tunnel, our grow tunnel. Oh, we're nearly there, Randy. Are you excited? Are you excited to see them again? He seems good. Seems a lot healthier anyway than he did previously. The sheen is back. Here's where he's gonna go. In with these ladies. So I'm gonna try to just drop him in here. Hopefully. Okay. He seems good. Walking around a lot more confidently. Still a tad shaky, but not too bad. Just taking a poop there. And his poop seems fairly solid. So that is a good thing. All the girls checking him out there. Where have you been, buddy? Where have you been, Randy? Huh? You're not happy with me for throwing you in there? Hey. Hey there. Nice tame chickens. I try to handle them as much as I can, just to get them used to us. Okay, he's pecking away. His tail is standing up like it should be. It was just drooping and sad looking before, so yeah, good man. Okay. All right. Using our handy lifters at this point. Very useful. Nope. We got someone in here. Let's see if she's got anything for us. Oh, she has. Got two. Very handy to have those lifters. Before keeping that open with my head, that was not a good way of doing things. Okay. We got one, two more. So there's 4 eggs on this trip. Usually they lay until about midday. They're usually done by about 1 p.m. at lunchtime. So look at Fenris enjoying the sun. Hey, where have you been digging, huh? You got lots of sticks in your fur. All right. That's where we're gonna set up for our planting. You'll see earlier in the video where we popped in some shelves and a work table to get going. We're not actually gonna put the seeds in the soil today, or at least in the trays. We're just gonna get ready and set up for doing that in the coming days. Okay, let's go get some of this PaperPot stuff. Get it set up in our tunnel over here for use later. You gonna come with me, Fenris? Come on. She gonna come? Okay, she's coming with me a little bit. It's kind of warm today. She's a cold weather dog, so she's gonna be lazy during the day. I think it's kind of normal behavior for Pyrenees mountain dogs, or Great Pyres as they're referred to in the States, to be sleepy during the day and more active at night, I think. All right. Okay, let's see what we need here. So we'll probably use our little wagon that I fixed in a previous video. We had some trouble with the handle broke off, was pretty badly welded. And I just did a fresh weld down here and repainted and sealed it so that it would not just snap off again. So here we go. This is everything that I need. some nursery trays. Okay. So, all my other crap. Yeah. Some stuff from my car when I was getting it tested the other day. And up here, we have a bunch of trays. So, I think what I'll do for starter is just take, ooh, what is that plastic thing? Hopefully that wasn't important. I'll take one selection of these, and we'll see how we get on with that. That should be good, I think, to get started. What we got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 trays. Should I take more? Should I take more? Why not? Let's take both. We'll take 20 trays. Don't know if we'll plant that much, but why not? We'll just take 20 trays, and that should be enough to get us going this spring anyway. I bought extra just so we would be ready for even more planting if we get really, really successful. Okay. Let's head up here. We got loaded up. Hopefully all this crap stays in place, doesn't go anywhere. You can see we've got the actual PaperPot planter here still in its box, so we have not yet built that. You'll see it's coming directly from Japan, even though we bought it at PaperPot Europe. It comes from Japan, but this is a really awesome system, and you'll see in just a little bit, hopefully, as we show you how to use this system and learn ourselves, really. Let's just show you what we got here. So, we've got our table set up here for planting. We've got our nursery trays, our frame for the paper pots that will go on top of these trays. We have a brush for doing the excess potting material from the top of the paper pots. Our spreader bars here to spread the paper pots. And then in here, we have, I believe this is the dibber. It's all in Japanese, but I believe this is going to be the dibber plate. Yes, it is the dibber plate here. And we'll put that box aside for now. And then we should have underneath there, we'll have the seed dropper system, the plate and dropper. Yes, looks like that's what we have. Okay, excellent. So I don't know what size seed plate we've got in there. I think we're just going to try and use the one size for now. Unless I've missed something down in the barn. Maybe I'll go and check later. But we should have our system set up then with just this stuff. Okay, so here we go. We have our planting set up, pretty much ready to rock. What do we got here? Okay, this is indeed a dibber. So this has got all of these little spiky jobbies here, and you press that down on top of the paper pots and nursery tray, and it creates the little depressions where your seeds will go, and your seed dropper will line up with that. So then the dropper, we have that here. Okay. This is our seed dropper plate. I'll show you how that works in just a moment, or well, try and learn myself. Okay. Okay, so I think the deal then is that you get your paper pots, you slide these spreader bars in, spread them out, and then you put it onto the frame here, drop it onto the frame which holds it spread out. Put these guys to the side, fill it with compost, potting mix, and then brush that off. We'll probably make our own potting mix with part compost, part vermiculite. And then you put the dibber tray on top of that, press down a little bit, and you get your depressions for the seeds. And then you come along with this guy, hold it like this, I believe. You put your seeds down in the back of this here, and then you shake it around until you've got seeds in all of the small holes on the top here, and then you just press in this little guy here, and that exposes larger holes beneath that you have already lined up with your dibber holes, and then boom, you've got one whole tray seeded at a time. So really very, very handy system. And then you can take it off the spreader bars and just go. Let's go take a look at what breakfast on the farm looks like. Yeah. So inside, we doing it in there?
Well, we don't have a table anymore.
Yeah, that's true. We used our kitchen table as our seed work area. So just in the kitchen here. Here's an example of some breakfast. Eggs, of course, because we're making those on the farm ourselves. So we got some poached eggs, some fried rice, and some bacon. And what else have you got in here?
Tomato salad.
We got a nice tomato vinegar salad going on there, and there's our seeds that we're preparing. Say hi, Ina.
No.
And doesn't like being on camera yet, but we'll change that maybe soon. Friends of ours asked for Ina to be on camera, so I gotta get that one shot. I was in the middle of putting in a replacement fence energizer thing, and I realized I'm not filming this, so I should film it. So went back in to get my phone and also get the new fencer energizer kajigger, and yeah, that's what we're gonna do right now. So this, as you've probably seen in previous videos, this is our existing energizer and earth rod there. I sit it right beside the fence, tilt it a little bit so that it gets the sunrise, which kind of goes from there to about there. The sun's going down now. And so I got a new model from a friend of mine, got it shipped over from Germany. And so we're going to try this one out. It's basically the same thing with a little variation. It's got a pedestal, and so I'm going to try putting it in a stationary position. so that I don't have to move it every time I move the fence. So that's the idea. I don't know though, will it work having the earth rod, which is the pedestal itself, so far away from the actual fence? I don't know. I'm going to run a hard line from this solar fencer over to wherever the fence might be. And I've got that roll of wire there. And pop my fencer down, pull this sucker over here and set you guys up to watch what I'm doing. But basically, set this up on a pedestal that screws into the ground and acts like, well, is an earth. And up through the base comes this earth cable, which I attach onto the system. And then I run a hot wire from here over to the fence. So I have some instructions here, all in German, of course. Okay, so I've put the pedestal in the ground. I've put this onto the pedestal with some bolts and washers. Okay, next thing I gotta do is put the fencer on there. So let's try to do that. Okay, pretty nice. Voss farming. The reason I like this one, I have another one, is that it has a 2 joule output and 12 volt battery connection, so I can put a car battery onto it, and it's just really handy because it hits harder than any of the regular old commercial Irish fencing systems, which are usually 9 volt, and I've tried them and they suck. So getting this German 12 volt option has really been a better situation for us thus far, and I'm going to keep doing it. Okay, so I don't screw those all the way in, just a little bit, because the fencer's kind of got to hang off of it. It just has those little kind of wall hanging dealies. Okay, that's nice and solid on there now. That's the fencer in place. Pretty sweet so far. Okay, so now next it says to get this red cable, take from the live contact here, apparently this has to go to the base of the machine. That's what it says. Interesting, so it makes the whole thing hot. Wonder why that is. Stop birds being on it or something. Guess it helps for the actual earth to work. Okay, so can bring this guy around here, and that's how the earth goes on. This is a little different setup to the last time I did it, but that's okay. That is okay, as long as it works. So that's that side hooked up, that's the earth to the base hooked up. Now we just have to combine the solar unit with the fencer on the battery, and that will be that, I think. Got a key this time, pretty nice. So we can open and close this sucker to turn it on and off without getting shocked, because remember, this whole box is going to be live, so I guess that will stop birds landing on it and stuff. And we'll probably also stop ice buildup on the solar panel. I don't know. Probably not. Don't quote me on that. It's going to be our wire to take us to the actual chicken fencing system to see if this even works. I don't know. Do you have to have an earth rod super close to where the actual fence is? Don't know. Possibly. We'll see. So should probably get the battery. Let's do that and see if this works. Come on. Here we go. There we go. Did I break the wires? I did not. Excellent. Okay. So that is our wiring hooked up. That battery should hopefully sit in there now. And maybe be mouse free. I hope be mouse free now. And then we just have to attach our hot wire onto the bottom here. And then we can test. Okay. I don't quite know what this thing here is for. It's a curiosity. If anyone knows what this thing is for, please let me know. That would be helpful. Oh, that's where the other key was. Okay. So that will shut, that will lock, like that. Not incredibly secure, but secure enough, I hope. Do I go from here or from there? Probably gonna be easier going from here. Midday is like there, right overhead. So that'll probably get the best of both worlds, hopefully. Okay, well, I just tested out the new fencing situation, and it works. Gave myself a couple of good shocks doing so. So this is the new fencing setup. It's on a nice galvanized pedestal, which is itself the earth for the whole system. Of course, solar panel there, connected to a 12-volt battery inside, which provides a 2-joule output via this external grade hard wire I have here that goes all the way down to the chicken fencing there. It's just on the ground at the moment, but I'm going to put, a bunch of insulated metal posts, maybe T-posts, something like that, along the way, just to keep it up off the ground. But yeah, I didn't know if that was going to work well with the earth so far away from the actual fence, but works perfectly. Okay, let's go and pick up the old one and we can clean it out. So just on this end, what I have is that reel of cable. It's a 100-meter length of 1.6 millimeter thick underground grade cable. And what I've done is just connect my old fencing connector to that. One thing I need is I need a switch, a photosensitive switch, a photocell, I think they're called. I need a photocell switch that breaks the connection when there is no light. So I need the connection closed when there is light. So in other words, I want to switch that I can attach to that fencer over there that I just installed, that will automatically come on at dawn and then go off at night after we have the chickens all locked up in their coop nice and safe. So I can't seem to find those anywhere. I can find the opposite, like for night lights and things you want to come out externally. I can find a photocell that that will come on at night. So when the sun goes away, the connection is closed. When the sun comes out, the connection is open. But I can't seem to find the other type. So if anyone knows what I'm looking for, or if I'm just being stupid and you can just kind of switch connections or something like that in the ordinary photocells, then please let me know in the comments below. I would really, really appreciate that. Thank you. Here comes Fenris. Hey, Fenny. Coming to find me? How you doing? Huh? Say hello. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Okay, let's go.